It's the number one thing is winners never quit and quitters never win. So that's been my mentality. I'm gonna do this thing until I figure it out, and you have to maintain that mental toughness. And as you have to work on yourself more than you work on your business initially, because you got to develop that mental toughness, and it doesn't happen overnight. For a lot of people that don't know me, I'm an eighth grade dropout, and so I started at the very bottom. And I've spent a lot of time reading books on real estate, Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Educate yourself.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Micah Johnson, and today I'm speaking with Lee, who's been making some serious moves in real estate since about 2018. Lee, welcome in, man. Glad to have you.
Hey, I'm happy to be here. Glad I could accommodate you on this program.
Absolutely. I'm excited for our talk today. I think our listeners are really going to take something away from just how you approach what it is you do, leveraging your life experience, your past experience, and to making sure that you're getting good deals, doing it the right way, taking care of folks. So let's dive in. For people who may not know you yet, what's your main focus right now and what markets are you operating in?
Well, I'm operating in the South Carolina, Georgia area of upstate South Carolina and Augusta, Georgia, kind of around there. That's kind of my focus. Wholesale deals are some of what I'm focusing on. My bread and butter has been flipping due to my background in construction. I've been building houses since I've been 18, and so I've built houses from the ground up. I've been operating my own construction company since 2013. So my background of analyzing deals comes into play because of my background in construction. You know, being able to find the problem areas in houses is something I can do rather quickly just from my background in construction.
For someone who wouldn't have that background, what's some quick tips that you could share based on your experience of, hey, pay attention to this. You might want to pay attention to that, like things where something could be hiding?
Foundation. Make sure you know somebody or you learn how to evaluate what's going on. If you've got issues in the floor, uneven, termite damage, you want to find that really quick, and that can, because that's cost extensive to do. I'm able to do a lot of that stuff myself yet. I'm getting to the point where I don't like to do that stuff, but when it comes to getting it done, I can still do it. But yeah, that's typically, you spend a lot of money if you end up with a lot of damage in the floor.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Yeah, foundation issues will blow a budget quick. And it's
Yes.
something that most flippers got to hedge against. And it's quite common for you to go over budget. Honestly, that's the thing about flipping, is getting really good at what you do, because you never know what's hiding in there. There's all kinds of stuff you can find in a house.
Well, there's all kinds of stuff, and I mean, you can think you're buying something. You look at the panel, and oh, it looks good, and then here they've done some kind of hodgepodge something underneath, and you find out that you have to rewire most of it anyhow, just because they put a new panel in. They had done something funky underneath, and so there's all kinds of fun stuff that shows up. But when you've done it as long as I have, and then the other key is having key people in the right places. You know, having somebody that's not going to break the bank on doing specialized stuff like wiring and plumbing and that kind of thing. That's
Right.
If you're in the flipping industry, that's where you gotta make sure you have quality people, but they have to be somebody that understands what you do and are able to do it for a little bit less because they know you're going to use them on another, the next flip.
Right. The
So
volume mentality.
it's using the volume mentality.
And you nailed it there, man. Real estate is a relationship business in general. You can't buy a house without a team of people, but flipping a house, even more so, the folks that you need, because not everybody has your experience. And even with your experience being in it full time and for a long time, doesn't mean you do all the stuff. Like, there's a lot of different things that go into making a house, something someone can live in and safely and enjoy. And none of us can do that alone. You need
No.
just buying the property. You need a lender typically, and you need a title company or an attorney, and you need an inspector, and you need there's folks you got to put in place. So having those key positions filled, it is one of the main reasons someone is successful or not successful.
Well, absolutely. And it's building those relationships with people that, they know what you're doing, and then they're confident in what you do. And so that's all comes with time. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. And so you have to prepare yourself mentally to stay in the game long enough to one, build a team, but then two is to be able to have those relationships in place when that they know that you're serious. You
Yeah.
know,
What mentality has helped you? What have you developed along the way to keep yourself in the game and keep things on track, maintain consistency?
It's the number one thing is winners never quit and quitters never win. So that's been my mentality. I'm gonna do this thing until I figure it out, and you have to maintain that mental toughness. And as you have to work on yourself more than you work on your business initially, because you got to develop that mental toughness, and it doesn't happen overnight. For a lot of people that don't know me, I'm an eighth grade dropout. And so I started at the very bottom, and I've spent a lot of time reading books on real estate, Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Educate yourself. You have to stay in, I studied real estate probably 20 years before I ever did a deal. You don't have to study that long. But you have to get to that. You have to maintain mental stability and that fortitude of not getting knocked out of the game.
Right. Of how to handle hard well, because it's on the way.
Oh, yeah.
It's on the way. And the only way, it's like working out. It's not gonna happen fast, and you have to do every single rep. If you don't do the rep, you don't get the benefit. And it's getting in there, doing the work. And I love what you just said about the education part. You don't have to read for 20 years, but your first move in real estate is educating yourself. It's not
Absolutely.
making an offer. It's not those parts. It's reading a book, taking that to the next level, going and meeting people that are doing it at high levels and asking them questions and starting to get
Absolutely.
yourself around it and acclimated to the environment, because there's a lot of folks already successful here. No one's going to come into real estate and reinvent the wheel. People have been doing this a long time. There's methods that work.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
It's a lot up front. You're drinking water from the fire hose up front for sure.
Yeah.
However, like you're saying, this is a long-term mentality. I'm going to do this for a long time. What I've typically found too is at about the 2-year mark in your career, you'll know if you like real estate or not. And if you love it at that point, you'll typically stay in for a long time. Now, you always
Oh, yeah.
reserve the right to change your mind. But those first 2 years, they're not going to be simple. They're not going to be easy necessarily. You're going to go through things that are going to make you question, why the heck did I
Yeah.
ever do this? But I love
Yeah.
telling folks that up front. So when that moment gets there, they're like, Lee said this would happen. Micah said
Yeah.
this would happen. It's normal, because folks knowing it's normal to experience the hard better prepares you for when it shows up. Because the
Yeah.
stuff you see online, the things that get put out, you're looking at professional content makers make it look easy. And
Yes.
they didn't get to that point. Some of them may never got to that point. You got to trust what you're seeing, but you don't get to the highest parts of real estate without walking every step of the way, learning from bottom up how it works, what goes on.
And you made a key point, is finding people that have done it. You know, find those people and get around those people, whether it's, whether it's a meetup, whether it's, taking them out to lunch, however that works. But get around somebody that's doing what you want to do, and then pick their brain and, um, what their secret sauce and your secret sauce are going to be completely different things, because they have a different background. Not everybody's going to have a background in construction like I have. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to have that to be successful. If you can develop the mindset to stay in the game long enough to develop the relationships to make the deals happen, that's the key.
It is. And even even if you go find a job in real estate first, whether that's construction, whether that's a realtor, a lender, title, like there's all kinds of little ways to plug into the game where you can start making money from the industry and learn what's under the hood. Because that's what gives you all the confidence to serve the people you're going to serve later. It's how you're going to tell that person on the phone who you're going to buy their house, exactly how you're going to solve their problem. It's how you're going to actually do the work to flip the house. It's how you're going to sell the house.
Yeah.
All of it lines up in a row for you do this. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah. Stay in the game long enough and you will win.
Right.
If you don't stay in, if you don't, first, if you don't get in the game, you're never going to win. But then if you get in the game, you got to stay in it a couple innings to get the wheels rolling.
Got to.
And so you have to do that part. And like you said, do every step, do every rep. Are you going to do it right? No, you're going to screw up some. I mean, I've been very blessed and fortunate that I've not, had any serious losses that's thrown me out of the game, because there's people that they go in gung ho and they skip some steps and they get bit.
Right.
And, and then they get thrown out before they get started, because they tried to skip some steps. And then it's like, well, that don't work. I don't want to get into real estate. I don't want to be I don't want to be a landlord, or I don't want to do this. And I hear all the different horror stories, and it's like, it's not really that way.
Right. And real estate's big. There's a lot of stuff you can do in the industry. Right,
Oh,
because
yeah,
you have a business partner, don't you? And y'all have a certain way your business is set up where each person's skill is leverage. What they're good at's getting plugged in, and what you're good at's getting plugged in. How has that helped
absolutely.
y'all maintain success?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Well, we stay out of each other's way.
Right.
He does what he's good at, and he trusts my process because my numbers work, and he's like, You're good at negotiating the deal. You do what you do. I just stand back and watch you. I don't have to get involved. I do. He runs his other business. He's an accountant. He does his thing, and we go out for lunch, split our checks, and go on our way. And so, he respects what I do, and I respect what he does, and we don't, you know, we don't have to worry about getting in each other's hair.
And or the part of the business that you would need to worry about if you didn't have them. That's another thing that comes from getting out there and building relationships is done well,
Absolutely.
you will position yourself to your strength, which is the whole point. Position yourself to the thing that you're good at. Set yourself up to do the thing you're good at over and over and over again. And you
Well,
do it
yeah.
by getting a team in there, putting whether that's just you and a partner, team. A lot of folks think it has to be some big thing. It really doesn't. It's just know what's your weakness? What do you need to offset for so that you can keep doing the part you're good at? Because that's the name of the game. If we got to turn houses to make money, and the smoother you can make the process, not just the better it is for you, the better it is for everybody involved. And that's what creates return business.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I've been extremely blessed in the fact, being able to position myself and find somebody that's willing to put up the money and I do the work. I mean, that's a match made in heaven because, every deal needs some, capital to make it happen, whether it's private capital or whether you're going out and getting a hard money loan. To flip a house, you can't do it with no money. Yes, you can wholesale houses with no money, but to flip a house, you're gonna have to have some capital somewhere. Somebody's gonna be paying something to fix that thing up.
Right. And it
So,
leads right back into relationships.
yeah,
Who's it going to be? Are they a partner? Are they just a company you work for? But again, it just goes along the problems, not really problems, just the process. And it lines up with that mental fortitude that you need. It's not one relationship, it's many relationships. Because
yeah,
if you're planning on being this a long time, that's what I always tell everybody, build your tool belt. If your problem is if the solution to your problem is only a phone call away, then you don't really have that bad of a problem. What you
right.
really have is a solution. It's inside your phone. Pick it up, make the call. That's the benefit of building those relationships is as we grow, our we're falling off the curb, not the canyon, right? When
Yeah,
you don't fall all the way down, it's easier
yeah,
to pick yourself back up. Like you
yeah,
said, some folks get in the industry and put themselves in a situation where they're only trying to hit home runs and then they don't get to play the game anymore. And
right.
I hate it for them. I hate seeing it
Yeah,
because it's a bad idea, maybe some bad information that you got and I was guilty of it too, going in and just putting everything you got in one thing, right? Just shove your chips in. Don't just shove your chips in. That's not how you do this.
no,
You can be really smart about it and take your time. There's no rush in real estate. That's the big thing I want everybody to know. There's always a
absolutely.
deal and there's no rush. Just wake up each day and do your job.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's what in talking even with my partner, it's like, "Hey, if the numbers don't work, I walk. If
Right.
if the numbers don't work, don't force a deal."
Right. Leads to one of my favorite quotes. We are deal finders, not deal manufacturers. The
Right.
more things that have to go right for a deal to be good, the less chance it has of actually working. It's
That's right.
exponentially against you at that point. Because if this has to do this, has to do this,
You're in
run,
trouble.
run. Like that is
Yeah.
not a deal. And that's where we, as entrepreneurs, we all get antsy. We like the feeling of putting the things under contract. We want to be active in the industry. But one of the coaches I work with, he says, a champion's greatest word in their vocabulary is restraint. That's how
Yeah.
you become the best, is
Yep.
learning when to take action, when not to take action, so that you ultimately accomplish what it is you set out to do, right?
Yep.
No one got into the industry to lose, but taking a little time to understand, what are you really trying to do with it? What's the point of what you're doing? Now we can work backwards, and then it starts to make way more sense of, okay, I don't need to be in a rush. I need to take this time. I'm gonna still be doing this in 5 years anyway. So what's the rush to that point? Just let me
Yep.
deal with today and then tomorrow.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, Lee, man, I really appreciate your time, your story, your perspective today. Thanks for hopping on with me. For those out there that are interested in learning more about you, possibly partner with you, what's a great way for them to find you?
Best way to find me is actually to go on my website at ebncoproperties.com. You can also find me on Facebook at EB's Real Estate, and Instagram, I think, is also EB's Real Estate. Yeah. And then from there, you can from my website, you can book a property evaluation. You can sign up for to be part of the CRM and actually get some letters from me, and I'll be happy to talk to you in any kind of way, whether you have a property for sale or whether you're looking to get into the real estate game and try to figure out how to make this thing work. My phone's always on, and if you have questions, I'd be happy to answer them in any way I can. If I can help you stay in the game, give me a call. I'll be happy to, do anything I can to point you in the direction you need to be pointed.
Love that, man. And thanks for that heart. It's one of the things I appreciate most in real estate is successful people in this industry will talk to you. They will let you know what's going on. Happy to show you the ropes, show you what to avoid. So thanks for doing that. If you're listening and watching in out there, please check the show notes. You'll make sure you'll be able to find Lee's info. Reach out, connect with him, follow along with him. There's nothing like seeing real operators run their business and do it, because that's what, again, will help you educate yourself, understand more. So, Lee, thanks again for joining us today. For everybody out there,
Absolutely.
if you got value out of today's episode, please like this episode, share it with someone else you think could get value out of it. And as always, please subscribe if you haven't yet. We appreciate everybody that follows along here with us. We got more conversations coming up with operators just like Lee, who are out there doing the work, building a real business and creating that life that they want to live. So, Lee, thanks again. Thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.